because I don't know. Not gonna lie, if I was myself and like looking at it as a pressure mounting situation, shaking hands before game 5, I would have lost that.
Yeah, maybe so. This is the first time that these two have ever crossed paths in bracket. May very well not be the last. It's Jen and Pharaoh, potential for an instant classic here in Grand Finals. Here at Platinum Star Smash Season 4, Episode 3, the finale of the season will be Jen with the Palutena, Pharaoh with the Yoshi. Pokemon Stadium is the destination. Stop me if you've heard that before for game number 1.
Yeah, was this a close set? I know, I can't remember the winner set. They played winners, right?
That was Rivers.
Yeah, Rivers actually beat Pharaoh, which makes the last last game the last set so impressive is because Rivers beat Pharaoh 3-0.
Yeah.
Like that was like totally different set, and then here we are.
The winner set was a body bag, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was. And then, fast forward, Pharaoh makes the adjustments, man. I mean, that's why he's got that Metafy crown over his head. He knows the game well enough, and honestly, I'm pretty sure he beat Jackal not that long ago, too. So, I mean, he just has that potential to him to just sort of clutch out games if he keeps his head right.
I think we need an actual Pharaoh's headpiece with those 2 dots on it.
Dude,
I think we need that for Pharaoh to market himself. If we're being completely honest. And Pharaoh, if you're listening to the VOD afterwards, I'll take 20% of the cut. Anyway, it's going to be a counter. Yeah, the utilizing egg roll, which we have not seen Pharaoh do all that often. As someone who's played Yoshi myself, I call it the dedicated misinput button. But it apparently does have a bit of utility, turns out.
Yeah, that's when you know you're playing as a Yoshi manager and they actually use that move.
Yeah, it's just...
or complete scrub, yeah. One of them.
Now, I do appreciate, people like Suarez, who are obviously so experienced with this character, former PGR person in himself, who try to, explain that there's a bit of utility to the move. Like, oh, yeah, I like it to get off of platforms. And I'm just kind of wondering if he's lying to me. It's just like, wait, are you just trying to get me killed? It's just one of those things. But nevertheless, I mean, blisteringly fast game number 1, it feels like. Blink, and you might miss it. What doesn't blink, however, is the Eye of Osiris, and been kept very much open by Pharaoh, though Jen trying to match the pace. Oh, he up here. Oh, I mean, Nair could very well be the difference maker in this set. The space that thing covers, the amount of difficulty that it really makes you exert. The amount of skill that makes you exert just to land upon Palutena. What is it that Pharaoh is going to be able to do to answer to that? And he has 2 games at least to figure it out, but not much past that.
Okay, the hat is back on. That's how he's going to figure it out. He's going to put his thinking cap on and think his way through the second game.
I mean, pretty good showing for that game number 1, though. All things considered.
Yeah,
Wasn't exactly run away with, but the difference really did seem to be ease of access back to the stage. It's not just fastballing, it's the ease of which you can catch your opponents in midair. And, to speak nothing of the proficiency of Yoshi's up air, that Nair is just too powerful sometimes.
Yeah, and one thing about this set that I forgot about is that Jen has a Yoshi background. He has Suarez, in multiple games worth of Suarez. So I don't think Jen is going to be phased by this Yoshi stuff, and yeah, he didn't seem mixed up at all by he did lose that stock to armor.
Well, keep in mind where Jen airs from. He comes from New York. He plays a bunch. He plays against probably the most weird characters as any other region, plus several Yoshis in New York. So I feel like he's probably just so used to all the strange things between Suarez and Raptor, and there's probably a couple more up there too. I'm not thinking of.
Yep. Oh yeah, Suarez and Raptor. That's why I was like, yeah, he comes from the Yoshi state. So
yeah.
Not that I feel like Pharaoh is a character. I don't see him benefiting from matchup unfamiliarity at all. It didn't seem like anybody else didn't know anything about Yoshi. Yeah. He's been at the top of this tournament for a while.
Yeah, he just plays his game, dude, and he's just been pretty consistent.
Should be noted. I mean, I feel like oh, hang on. Wow. Dropped right below the ledge by the egg lay and finished off with that Nair. Such is the curse of the Pharaoh. And 2 stocks apiece now, but trying to pile on more damage. Dash attack, however, going to win him stage advantage. Trying to finish off that stock the same way he finished off game number 1 with that up air. Pharaoh not having it quite yet at 149. Rolls back behind, but just setting himself up for that back throw. Pharaoh needs to be cognizant of that.
That back throw has, the first time he might have been caught by that back throw, but you gotta always be careful threatening Palutena in the corner.
Egg lay, yet again, trying to catch him with the up smash, but wasn't able to find the jump out of that. 106.
Nice.
Last hit sends up,
Hey.
so he knows that. More than happy to pile on some damage, and yeah, you're down below the ledge. Yet again. Oh, that's dangerous, buddy. Oh, man, Pharaoh's a bad man, and at 44%, making himself nigh upon untouchable. I know that Yoshis don't necessarily mind this matchup, and you're starting to see why. I mean, it's a character that has defined so much of the meta for so long in this game, but Yoshis have still found a home on at very high levels. Makes you wonder that this has to be a part of it. You can't just crumble in the face of Pally.
Yeah, Pharaoh's got to figure out that Palutena there. But this is still such a close game.
Pharaoh now just sitting in the egg, letting that up smash happen. It does. It sure does. 138. Not going to find the mark with the explosive flame. But that back air, it's awful big, as is Yoshi's head. Gonna make it back to ledge, however. Sitting there, you had to act eventually, but it is going to be the F-tilt. Pharaoh just kind of ran out of options, it felt like, and it is going to be Gen taking a commanding 2-0 lead. Even though these sets have been pretty close, even though these games have been close, I have to say it's Gen finding a way to close it out. It's pretty impressive.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Pharaoh's. See, both games I felt it was fairly even the whole time, but then as soon as Gen wins, I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, Pharaoh's got to figure this out. You know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the right things aren't going for him.
He's done pretty good in this building. I mean, the last time he even scored a win inside of this building was I believe one of the weeklies in May, where he wound up taking sets off the step and resetting the bracket in that instance against the Minecraft Steve. But yeah, every time Rivers has occupied the building with him, he has found himself on the wrong end of it. That has changed here, so he can count this as progress. But man, taking a monthly would be so huge for the morale of Pharaoh. He would have to do so by near unprecedented circumstances in terms of a reverse 3-0 upon one of the most consistent forces Tri-State has ever known, the Palutena of Gen. But that is a hell of a way to start off.
Yeah. I mean, he died with that. It was basically SD on the first stock, unfortunately for Pharaoh. Yeah,
Do be happening like that.
Gen looking fairly in control. Even though it's not like, oh man, another SD, 2 SDs.
I just feel like I feel like the cruise liner's out of gas. Unfortunately, you just kind of lost at sea.
Yeah, it's not even that those first 2 games were bad, but yeah, you can't start off game 3 with 2 SDs.
Hitting the explosive flame, Gen. I mean, such a domineering force in this game. It presses you into mistakes. If it feels like he's playing poorly, I mean, sometimes you just get forced into mistakes, and that is what Gen does so well. He can just destroy your mentality.
Yeah, Gen proving himself as a second evolution of Pharaoh.
Exactly. But the thing is, if that is the case, then that should be a wonderful sign of the potential that Pharaoh has in him. This is a wholesale victory for the Yoshi main. And I would say that he is. I would go as far as to say that he was the story of this tournament.
Yeah. Yes, I would actually 100% agree with that. But Jen, just being the storyline, he's on a different arc. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's on winning tournament time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he even dropped a game in this.
Let me, you know what? Let me look real quick
he
because
didn't-
it's.
in
Did
this
he
set
drop
he
one to
didn't.
Rivers? In one of his
He
finals?
did drop one to Rivers, and he
Okay,
dropped
yeah.
one to Hayes. Oh, and Tab Soda. So he dropped some games.
Interesting.
Yeah,
He dropped
no.
some games, but
Okay.
he clutches the sets pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
And
It's-
you know, I'm gonna do one quick segue though.
Yeah.
Speaking of clutching sets,
Hit
and
'em
you know
with
what,
it.
Stu, I'll let you take this one.
Absolutely. Folks, if you want a chance to play with and learn from the best in the world, Pharaoh included, shout out to all you Yoshi mains. You found some great resources in these VODs. You can hear it from the man himself, and you can use that promo code PLAT25, PLAT25. Yes, I spelled it out for you, your Twitch chat on Metafy.gg to get 25% off. That's 25% off, Law, on all lessons. The code is valid until June 30th, 2022. Head on over there right now. Once again, Metafy.gg.
Yeah, and just in case, I'll throw stuff there for you guys watching the VODs a little while longer. If you miss that code, you do get Plat 10, which is 10% off. Still, you know, still pretty good if you're looking for lessons, but definitely take advantage of that 25% off. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, hop on it while you can, and yeah, study. Study definitely makes you smarter, makes you better, and might just make you a better competitor.
Yeah.
So, with that, Law, do you have any closing thoughts?
No. I just think Metafy. I just like shilling Metafy today because we were talking about this, and the only way to get better is to learn mentality, man. And you're not going to learn mentality from reviewing your own VODs always. You're going to need like a unique, egoless perspective on it in like another person to really judge. Sometimes your view of the game and stuff like that. So
It's true. Yeah, it's true, man. And Metafy's actually given us so much life in this tournament because I talked about this last month, but we were almost kind of about to shut this monthly down like after quarantine, and then VGBootCamp hooked us up with some equipment, and then another month later, Metafy, Rivers ends up striking a deal with them, and they've been so supportive, and honestly, it's about as grassroots of an effort as I think any org has made. You know, they met VGBootCamp with the Smash World Tour.
They've
Did
been
a lot of
great.
sponsorship with that. They're meeting us with this stuff. They helped us get like a PA system just to help run the event better. Got the Plat 25 is pretty good. So they've been such a good resource, and it goes really just with their whole motto of just getting better. It's actually really helped this circle a lot. So
yeah, we were talking about this. I mean, of all like the associations with Smash, you know, like Metafy is just it is about what fighting games are about. You know what I'm saying? So how could you like?
yeah, it really does kind of encompass all the things you'd think about playing in a video game. You know, improving, learning from stuff, and it's
You want to become a better fighter? Go to a dojo. Learn from a master.
yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
You have the masters at your fingertips. Learn from them. You have the resources. Grab them. Utilize them.
Yeah, so we got that, but in any case, just wanted to give thanks to that. Thanks to you guys, obviously, for casting a ton of sets here, as always.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, I guess we're going to call it an early night.
You, this is the first set that I've broadcasted on VGBootCamp that wasn't in Xanadu. So
Really?
yeah.
Oh, wait,
I've
last
never
month
been on
was-
VGBootCamp before this.
That's so weird. I guess last month was on, it was on Rivers channel, and you were here
Yeah.
last month.
Yeah. No, I'd love to get that call down. Yeah. Hey, I'm a drive away from Maryland. I don't mind, but yeah, y'all, it's been nothing short of a pleasure to be broadcasting this tournament. To all you folks here on twitch.tv/VGBootCamp, the place for Smash on the internet, period. And for Crystalodian in production and Law, I'm Stu the announcer, wishing you good night, and until we meet again, happy smashing.